Oh my goodness. This is all for the new studio. I'm so excited. What's up, Peachy Fam? Hope you're having the best day ever. If you want to know what are in these boxes and bags from B&H photo video, you're gonna have to stick around because I will be unboxing them later today. Let's go. We ran into issues with the TV. Apparently, behind this wall, it wasn't a stud that we were drilling in, but brick. So I don't think a TV is gonna work out there. We're gonna have to figure that out. A TV is a major upgrade to the office, but we don't know where to put it. Right there, something special is gonna go. And I think, John, you might have a place for the TV.
Potentially just right behind me, if that's a thing. I think that would look pretty aesthetic. Yeah. Especially if I'm playing random things that have to do with my videos. What? You know what I'm saying, dude? What? Seriously, what?
Excuse me? What? Super stoked for these. These are the microphones that are going to power a fancy podcast. Whoa, what was that? What the?
You wanna see style?
Whoa, hint ad. Wait. I wanna get a kickflip.
Oh!
Was that my kickflip?
That was.
Honestly, this is really addicting.
It is, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that was actually good.
That was a new trick called the saradietschy Peachy Flip 5-0.
Freaking bringing it! That water is so close to the edge. And it's about to
break. This is so fun. Can you get me a hand pour, babe? Another huge office update has to do with actually how I store footage. I do so much filming and editing. I gotta keep files up to date, stored properly, and backed up. You guys have seen those videos where I'm all depressed because I lost footage. I'm not the best at backing up, but this brings me to the Synology NAS. But I haven't touched it since I got it, so. Not a fan of ladders. So I officially have footage going over to my Synology NAS system, which I'm so excited to have. But first, I want to talk about how I organize my footage. I make so many videos all the time, and so this is a question I get a lot. All of my editing either happens on my 2017 MacBook Pro, it's the updated one with a Kaby Lake processor, or my custom built PC. I typically use a PC for bigger projects, and because I am constantly on the go, my laptop is my go-to. So I keep all of my current projects on my 1TB SSD on my MacBook, and then I carry around a Samsung external hard drive, but it's SSD, so it's super quick when you just plug it into the MacBook via USB-C. I'm usually good with that 2TB of storage, but when I'm traveling, I always carry with me an extra 1TB Lacy hard drive. I have lost so much footage from failed hard drives in the past that when I'm traveling, I want to make sure things are backed up. So I carry around a Lacy 2TB hard drive to back up my MacBook SSD and also my Samsung external hard drive. And then I have an additional Lacy 1TB to back up that other Lacy 1TB hard drive. When this is your living, you can't lose footage, am I right, guys? Once I fill up the 1TB SSD in my Mac and also my Samsung external, I usually will dump all of the footage onto more external hard drives that I just keep in a drawer if I need them. I'll leave the most important projects still on my computer, but once it's getting close, it's important to free up space for new projects so I'm not stuck somewhere and don't have any room. And this leads me to my NAS system, my network attached system. I have my current projects, and then I have all of my old footage on external hard drives, like the WD, just like very normal hard drives, but I don't have them backed up anywhere. I don't have a second copy or anything, which is stupid. It's very stupid. Ideally, I would like a copy of it in a separate place. Now that I'm having them backed up onto my NAS system, I'm going to be keeping the 5, 6, 7, 8, how many external hard drives I have at my apartment, and here in the office, I will have the NAS system. It is unique because I have multiple computers here in the office, and if anyone ever comes by and is collaborating with me on a similar project, it is an easy way to access the footage if you're on this local network. My router is located over here, so I have placed it over here by Jonathan. Thank you for freeing up some space, Johnny.
You know I got your back since day one. Oh, crap.
Nice. I don't have a super long Ethernet cable to wrap around the entire office for my side, but I'm getting it, it's on the way. That's why my setup is over here. So I have connected straight into the network via all of my dongles. Look at this is ridiculous. Into the Ethernet. And then this guy is plugged into the network via the Ethernet. The DS916 Plus is a 4-bay system. I have 3 10 terabyte Seagate drives in there. These 3 10 terabyte hard drives are stacked up very closely next to each other, but they are specific drives that are meant for that purpose, so it is not going to be a problem. This is basically my drive on my network. So I have my old hard drives over here being copied over to the Peachy NAS. I already have 3 hard drives on it, and I'm working on the 4th one right now. Let's see. Oh, fantastic. We only have 2 days left, guys. Great. So now here at the office, all of my footage is going to be on the network, and it can basically be shared and accessed just like a server. So both of my computers here are going to be connected straight into the network, so just via an Ethernet cable. And I have amazing internet here. Those speeds, I know. You can also set up different volumes and profiles, so many different ways to share things. But another benefit of having a system like this is you can set it up as a RAID system. If you're not familiar with that, maybe just Google it or something. But it's a way to have redundancy with your data. It's not a solution for a backup. You should always have a second form of all of your data, but it's redundancy. So that means I have 3 terabyte hard drives in the system right now. So SHR is Synology's version of this. It basically spreads out all the data throughout the 3 10 terabyte drives, and so I have 17 usable terabytes, and if one of my drives fails, I'm good. It can rebuild it. But what's unique about SHR is you don't have to have these same drives in every single slot. In RAID, I would typically have to have 4 10 terabyte hard drives in my 4 drive bay, or 3 10 terabytes. But with SHR, I can throw in a 12 terabyte hard drive with my other 3 10 terabyte, and it'll still work. It can still rebuild the data if one of the drives is lost. So I don't know what type of magic Synology is doing to enable that, but that's what's cool about it. Okay, so let's move this conversation about organization and process along with how do I come up with video concepts and how do I execute on them. When it comes to getting ideas for YouTube videos, the problem is never lacking ideas, but just how I organize and execute on them. So I could be out and about walking around in New York City, getting inspiration, watching someone else's YouTube video, maybe watching a Netflix show, and it'll just hit me in the brain. So I have several ways to kind of organize those ideas and to then shoot them. Depending on where I am and what I have, I jot down some of the first ideas, whether that's a title of a video or just an idea. I'll put it either in my Trello boards, on my whiteboard in my office, or in my notebooks. So I really like Moleskine notebooks, and that's where I really flesh out videos. And it's actually super fun to go and look back at my old notes. I have a ton of old videos and like where my brain was at, and I always date it. So it's cool to see, 2 years ago, me planning out a video titled How to Casey Neistat a Vlog, and having just all of my chicken scratch and what the video should be. I actually really do think about videos. I never script them or anything, but I always do kind of put bullet points or things that I want to feature in the videos. I have really grown to like Trello. So it is a organizational app that you can access on your phone or on your computer. The Trello boards look very good on my LG curved display, which I have been enjoying very, very much. I have different boards split up in between personal and my YouTube stuff, and so my YouTube board is separated into the categories video ideas, videos to shoot, videos to post, host upcoming sponsorships, people to YouTube collab with, and podcast guests. Who do I want to keep on my mind for the future of what I want to do? And also just have random boards for to-dos and some of my future endeavors if I just have ideas. I don't want to reveal too much, so it's kind of hard to show you my Trello boards just because I do keep so much stuff in there, but hopefully that gave you some ideas on how to organize if you are interested. I feel like this is turning into an ad for them. They actually have sponsored a video in the past, but this is definitely not a sponsorship, but it is completely free. So if you want to test it out, you can sign up today. Not sponsored. From there, I go out and shoot. Sometimes I have certain points that I wanna hit that are in my Trello card, so I have it in my phone constantly and I can check it as often as I need to. And then I go and edit, and then if I have an editor helping me with that video, I upload the footage to Google Drive. Quick side note, as a person whose YouTube channel kind of runs on sponsorships and partnering with brands, very rarely do I want to trash like a brand's name that I could potentially collab with. So I very rarely do this, but I just wanna say Dropbox sucks. It is terrible. It is awful. I've used it for almost a year, and about 6 months ago I canceled all of my Dropbox accounts. It is so not intuitive. You can't click on a clip and shift select a lot of clips and then right click that and have a lot of options. You just can't do that on Dropbox. I don't know why, but you can't do that on Dropbox. And on top of that, it takes forever to upload and download from that. I don't get it. I don't get how people I don't get it. So I use Google Drive whenever I need to upload and download footage of any kind. I use Adobe Premiere CC to edit. It's part of the Creative Cloud suite. So along with that, you can download Photoshop, Lightroom. I just like the family of apps I'm very used to and like editing in Premiere, Final Cut. 10 users come at me, bros and sisters. I export using the H.264 YouTube 1080 preset in Premiere that allows for the least amount of recompressing that it needs to do when it is uploaded onto YouTube. Once the video is on YouTube and it's all said and done, I keep all of my footage. So I do keep all of my raw footage. I don't know, maybe I'll stop that at some point in my life, but I feel like storage is getting so cheap and there's so many options. I just don't see why I wouldn't keep my raw footage. I mean, how am I gonna make an epic documentary about my life one day without all the footage from like year 0 to 80? I guess I'm gonna wait till 80 to edit my own documentary. I hope that insight into my process helped you guys in some way if you're curious of how I make videos, how I store my footage. I'm super stoked to get this office to 99%. Of course, it's a big mess right now. There's stuff everywhere, but we're getting there. We're getting there, and I'm excited. John, you're leaving me?
I am going to freaking Cincinnati!
Yeah, I'll be in New York for a little bit longer. Then I have some travels coming up, which I'm super excited for. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every week, because guess what?
Because you make videos all the time!
You want to become a part of the Peachy Fam. The Peachy Fam.
It's good. It's so lit, and the most creative family on the platform. All right.
In the planet.
The planet.
The most creative family on this planet, John.
Holy frick!
So that's why you want to subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lit over here.
Yep. Stay peachy. Okay, bye!